Attention, ladies and gentlemen, it's your piano coach. Next level piano coach. Rosie here, your next level piano coach. Right now we're going to talk about what is a half step. Okay, very important. Also associated with half steps are sharps and flats. Okay, now steps in music, some people refer to them as different names. Okay, a half step is actually the shortest distance in music. What do I mean by that? So when we talk about what is a half step, okay, from any key, whether you know the note names or not, okay, this happens to be called C, like the letter C of the alphabet, okay? To go a half step, you just go to the next note, okay? If you go back this way, it's called going down a half step because I went down to the next note, okay? If I start here and I go up to this note, it's the next note I would touch. The color doesn't matter, just the very next note that comes. So this would be called going up a half step, So this would be down a half step and up a half step, okay? If I were here at D, if I went down a half step, I would go here. And if I went up a half step, I'd go here. This is E. From E, if I go down a half step, I would go back this way, and up a half step would be right here, okay? So color does not matter. It's just if it's the next key. So I'm going to move in all half steps. From C, this is half step up, 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 and now I'm back to another C, okay? If I were to go this way, half step down, 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 half step, half step, half step, half step, half step, down to the next C, okay? So these are just different important distances to know the names of. Now, instead of saying a mouthful, saying half step down or half step up, we just say sharp or flat, okay? So if I were here and I need to go sharp, I would just go half step up. If I need to go flat, I go half step down, okay? And the reason that it's the shortest distance is because from any point you're at, the next closest note is the very next one touching it, okay? So later we'll learn all the distance names, but for right now, to start, you just need to know what a half step is, okay? Or sharp or flat, so you know which direction you're going a half step in, okay? Okay, so we talked about the shortest interval or the shortest distance in music, which is a half step. All right, it's just going to the next key over. Whether it's black or white, doesn't matter. You just go to the very next key. Don't skip any keys in between. All right, next lesson. Let's get to it.